highly romanticized stories about being descended from a Cherokee princess.
Well, yep. He's done did it. He said it. He done stepped in it. He went all in on all of us Appalachians. Yes, almost everybody in Appalachia will claim, well, in certain parts, that they have their grandpa has a Cherokee Indian princess grandmother. Now, do we know where this idea comes from? I mean, kinda. It has to do with the Melungeons, but other stuff too. There's theories. Here's some of them. Reason number one: during all of the conflict and things that happened between us Pale-Feet people and the natives, indigenous people of our country, often we took the kids of the chief as hostages and married them off, and they would say I was the son or daughter of a chief, and so they would be called princess by their family. In the 1900s, natives, indigenous, who had lost their tribes in Appalachia would often use this term as a term of endearment to communicate the importance of their wife to, those white people around them. White folks did not like the interracial marriage, and often white dudes would marry indigenous ladies. So, this term was developed in a way of kind of trying to break those racial tensions. Cherokee, back then was considered the most, peaceful, formidable, tribe, respectable tribe, and then you throw princess on there, term of power, term of, certain education levels go with that. There's a mindset that goes with it, and so white people used it to manipulate who people really were. Now, oftentimes, people who had found freedom, or during the Jim Crow era, in our history that is so jacked up, when a white person and a black person would marry, oftentimes the kid would claim to be some sort of indigenous royalty in order to avoid the stereotypes that were attached to black people. Even though, it wasn't much better saying that you were a Native American, because, only 5% of those cats survived. Now, oftentimes, too, Melungeons are Scott, Irish, Native American slaves that had escaped all these different kind of cultures, some Dutch. They kind of converged in Appalachia because it was secluded and safe. It was kind of an escape from Jim Crow. There was a coal mining industry that was starting to boom, and this group of people, this racial group of people, called the Melungeons, was kind of developed and formed. And my grandpa would be one of those, and I kind of got bleached out as it went, but oftentimes Melungeons would have a very misunderstanding of their own culture and history because it was taken from them on both sides, both the African side, both the native side, and the Scott-Irish side a lot of times was taken. So, without knowing the details of where they came from, these stories would be developed to kind of give importance to, your own family. So while this claim is wildly inaccurate, at the same time, it wasn't always malicious. Sometimes it was for survival, sometimes it was for love, sometimes it was for necessity, sometimes it was for identity. Nowadays, yes, we know too much to continue to claim this nonsense. Stop it. Now, if you have made it this far in this video, thank you very much, and say it with me to end the video. When it comes to romanticizing DNA, stop it, white people.